I've heard a
Yeah,
few clips where Jay Dyer starts talking about this ancestral thing because of the word propagation that's used. But like,
yeah.
okay, so yeah, yeah, let's get into the details. How is it different from Augustine's way of articulating and St. Thomas's way of articulating it?
You don't inherit a sin. You only inherit the inclination to sin. That's what he believes. That's Pelagianism. Like you only inherit the inclination to sin because you're born in the world around you, which is filled with sins, right? And that
Mhm.
is Pelagianism 101. And that's what J. Dyer teaches.
Wouldn't the inclination descent be still like a stain on your soul?
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't
Yeah,
believe it's a stain at all.
right. We
Yeah, that's
believe that it
heresy.
like original sin is a state, right?
Yeah, it's a state. It's a
Yep.
Oh
stain.
wait, I just realized
But
if you you know how like if when people die and before they get baptized, like infants, would purgatory like be a way of cleaning their soul?
no, because purgatory is only a place for cleaning up personal sins, voluntary mortal sins, not for venial. Or original. Original can only be done away with baptism.
No.
Not
Purgatory is a
even,
way
not
to.
even the, not even the fires of purgatory. No, babies go to limbo, not purgatory. There's a difference.
We have no evidence for them though.
That's so not true. We have
That's
tons of fucking evidence. There are numerous church fathers that mention it. Anyways,
hold
um,
on, hold on. Are you saying
there's the
a lot of church fathers have the opinion that limbo could exist,
they teach it.
but it's not a church doctrine?
That what they teach is church doctrine. The fuck are you talking about? You see, this is why I hate the bullshit of, oh yeah, I don't have
Well,
to agree with the consensus of the fathers. Yes, the fuck you do.
Well, I
Stop
mean,
bullshitting.
consensus of fathers is important, but like the thing
It's
is,
a part of the magisterium. It's literally a part
yeah,
of the
but
magisterium.
sometimes, yeah, but right, and but that's the thing
It's
though.
bullshit.
Like, unless the
It's bullshit.
magisterium,
It's
okay,
bullshit.
so it could also be
It's
part
cope.
of the consensus of the fathers can also be validated by perennial teaching of the Catholic Church without any sort of magisterial pronouncement.
Yes,
But
exactly. That's how
there
you know
are
lust is a
certain
mortal sin.
things within like the consensus like what people sometimes like what I find frequently the Greek Orthodox and even Protestants try to do is they'll find like some support for whatever their thesis is and claim it's consensus of the father when it's just like one or two fathers that talk about it that way. You know what I mean? And that's not necessarily
No,
consensus of the fathers.
I have like 20 different church father quotes on limbo. There's a lot.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like
Anyways,
the magisterium never taught the doctrine of limbo. Oh shit.
the consensus of the fathers is magisterial. Anyways, um, I basically this I figured something out the other day. Jay Dyer is anathematized.
That's what I
Did you?
heard.
Okay,
Yo,
so let me
That
tell you that.
his
So
bishop, even his local
yo,
ordinary,
yo, what's
actually like
going on?
censored him or some shit.
no. So
Yo, any of you
in
Catholic
the
Hold
Christians
on,
want
we're
to
in a
see what a cock
conversation right
ring?
now.
Yo, do y'all want to see what a
K-
cock ring looks like?
Nope, we're gonna fucking mute you.
ban him. Yeah.
All right, go
Um,
ahead.
the following text is a text of different anathemas in the Book of Canons of the Orthodox Church. This is known as the Pedalion or the Rudder.
Okay.
So this is considered universally binding upon all Orthodox Christian. No one can dispute or deny these following texts without falling under anathema. So it was called the Rudder. It was made by Saint Nicodemus the Agiorite, and
Well, I've heard of
basically,
him.
yes, it's also Saint Nicodemus of the Holy Mountain. He wrote a book called the Pedalion or the Rudder, where it's literally official canon law. Official canon law. If you deny this, you are under anathema, or contradict this, you are under anathema. Right?
Okay.
And here is his interpretation of Canon 121 of the Council of Carthage. Turn in the side chat. Basically saying if you deny imputed guilt of original sin, um, then you're a heretic. You're under anathema.
Oh, it was specifically against Pelagianism.
Yeah. The Irish kingdom. He's like under anathema, and any other person that teaches nonsense is also under anathema. It also says this in the official confession of the Orthodox faith by Saint Peter Mogila. This confession was signed by all four patriarchs and was universally ratified throughout the entire church. And in this text, it also affirms original sin and transubstantiation.
So why does it matter to Jay Dyer that it is inherited sin rather than like a state or a stain?
Well, he doesn't believe it's inherited sin. He believes it's an inherited inclination to sin. So you don't even inherit a sin in his view,
So
which
it's
is
not
fucking
a
stupid.
sin. It's just the
Yeah,
inclination.
yeah, I know. That's all. That's all original sin is to him, which is so stupid.
So how does he
Um,
maintain concupiscence?
he thinks it only is concupiscence, and that's all it is.
But that's literally the inclination to sin.
Yes, that he believes original sin is not like the Augustinian way. He literally believes it's only concupiscence, like it's only the inclination of sin and death. That's all he believes you inherit is death and the inclination to sin, nothing else. That's heresy. That's Pelagianism. We inherit a sin. We have a sin imputed to us, right? Um, but yeah,
Why do you think it matters for him?
because he tries to it's his only way of refuting, like it's one of his main arguments of refuting Calvinism, but he literally makes us look like semi-Pelagians.
Hmm. What are your thoughts on Jimmy Aiken?
Terrible.
Terrible, but how? Like, I mean, do you have any like formulaic reasons?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of Catholics have videos on him.
This guy Ramon, right? So he came in here. Apparently, like I was talking to him yesterday, and a little bit more in detail. He's friends with the guy who does the Scholastic Answers channel,
You
and I
mean
was
Christian B. Wagner,
yeah, yeah,
Wagnerites?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was like, yo, so he was like, so like, what Catholic channels do you watch and all this? And I was like, yeah, I watch this guy, that, whatever. And I was like, okay, well, like, like I'm friends like with Christian Ragnar, like I'm in his Discord and like I can talk to him and stuff. And I was like, what are your thoughts on him? And I was like, well, I feel like I expect more from him, like because a lot of his videos he's just podcasting, but it's kind of like random. And what I want to see him is because he's an actual scholastic scholar. Like I'm not as proficient with scholasticism myself because I spent a lot of my time studying phenomenology, all this stuff, and
Can
I was
you
like,
can you repeat what you said? I'm so sorry. My headphones
oh,
died like halfway, and I just put them back on.
okay. Well, I don't know if you know it or not, but I'm your long lost dad. I was telling about how I met your mother, and
Oh my
it's really nice
gosh!
to
Shut up.
meet you on Discord once
I
again.
know, right?
Yep.
Bro, everybody I meet, like every adult that I'm friends with, treats me like that. It's the funniest shit ever.
But
Anyway, say what you were saying. I'm so sorry.
yeah, so like I was yeah, so like he was asking like, yo, what Catholic channels do you watch? Like, what, are there, any people that you like watching and all this stuff? So I like listed a bunch of stuff. It's like, I don't really like follow, like too closely like to anyone, but if their shit shows up on my feed, then like I'll check it out, watch it for 2 minutes, because I get kind of like the general idea of what the fuck they're talking about. Anyways, they're not really all that anyways. So I was like, yeah, one of them is like Scholastic Answers, and he was like, oh, I know the guy, I'm in his Discord and I talk to him and all this shit, and I was like, what are your thoughts on him? And I was like, well, like he's a Scholastic scholar, so like I actually, from his channel, I actually expect a little bit more from him, um, because what he usually does, he's just podcasts like on a topic, or he's taking questions and stuff, but like it's he doesn't really get to like really any main point, and he's like, yeah, that's not what his he's not trying to like grow like a YouTube channel like that, or like create clickbait content. And I was like, yeah, I mean that could be the case, but the medium itself, of Facebook, is you kind of have to play the game that way, right? And I was like, it would be nice to see something more like formulaic from Christian Wagner from the scholastic point of view. That's what I expect for him if he's a scholastic thinker, like trained as a scholastic thinker, and he wants to like make critiques. And I was like, and so he was like, oh, okay, well, I mean, like, can you give like an example? So then I clipped him the one of his things like back in November, where he like addresses like Jimmy Akin's like latest nonsense on faith alone. And I was like, and I clipped it to him. We kind of went through it, and I was like, you see, like he mentions like the problems that he has with Jimmy Akin, but if he's gonna make a video about Jimmy Akin, what he needs to do is create like one video formulaically, taking every clip that he can from Jimmy Akin to give his viewership like an actual overall view of who Jimmy Akin is from the scholastic point of view. Because even Jimmy Akin, we all know he's a Vatican IIite, and he'll only quote the scholastics, when it benefits his perspective, you know what I mean, or his bias. And his bias is the Catholic Answers bias, right? That you know you can that you have to affirm Vatican I or Vatican II on these particular points. It's kind of like a heuristic for them at this point, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'd appreciate it more from someone like Christian Wagner if he, as a scholastic, gave us the scholastic view. You know what I mean? I know it takes a lot more work, but that's kind of what comes with the territory as someone who's a scholastic rather than a Jimmy Akin, because Catholic Answers has more of like a heuristic approach to interpreting or analyzing, the state of the world now after Vatican II, whereas, he's a scholastic, so he needs to represent the actual scholastic perspective. And he can't just like try to podcast and field questions and just ramble on basically. I don't know. What are your thoughts on Christian Wagner?
Um,
He has really good videos on Eastern Orthodoxy,
I've
filioque.
watched Wagner and he's terrible at debating. His
Okay.
arguments are terrible. As
Yeah.
someone that has studied scholasticism, he doesn't understand the counter arguments from Scotists, and that's my issue.
Okay. I've heard him
So I
talk.
think he's terrible on that. I think he's very good when it comes to Lagrange in the Thomist tradition, but I don't think that he can defend it, or he doesn't have answers to the Scotist objections. Hey, Aristotle,
What's up, buddy?
you coming into my town?
Yeah, dude.
What
I'm
you gonna do?
40 minutes away.
What you gonna do, bro?
I have no idea.
Wait, so you're going to church tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
My church?
Yep.
So how are you gonna stay in Memphis?
Because I don't pick up. It's either I don't pick up or I don't drop off until Monday at like 3 o'clock.
Oh, so you gotta stay in. You
Yeah,
gotta
I ain't
stay
doing
where I'm
nothing.
at.
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing, bro.
Ain't doing nothing, cuh.
I don't know. There's an Irish pub that's somewhere around your area that
Really? Shit,
yeah, it sells Scotch eggs, like really
shit,
good Scotch eggs.
bro.
I might
All
get some
right.
Scotch eggs, but I
I'm
don't know.
going. I might go to church tomorrow. I might, since you're.
You should.
Yeah, bro. I should. I went. I won't go to TLM. All right. I won't go to TLM, Aristotle. Okay, that's what you're worried about.
No, it would just be
Uh,
sad because I mean I'm in your town
Wait,
that's true.
why would it be sad for him to go to TLM?
Cause he's
because
in
I'm
my
not going.
town.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys just want to chill together or something? What?
Hmm.
Just go to the TLM together.
Not gonna happen, bro.
Not
Why
gonna happen.
are you?
Aristotle's like a staunch Orthodox. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Well,
Hmm.
here's the thing, man. Like, you don't know and what you don't know, so it's okay. Like, your Eastern Orthodox ordinary might feel that particular way that you're not allowed to like participate in a mass regardless. But I mean, according to us, you're allowed to.
Right.
It's
I'm
valid for
aware of
you
that. I'm
according to our
aware.
Yeah,
No.
jurisdiction.
that's
So,
your standard.
That's your standard, right?
right. So here's the
So
thing. Like, who's the real schismatic? You're the schismatic because you're schismatic in Rome, dude.
Okay, well I'm not gonna adopt your standard though. I'm not gonna do that.
I
Abysmo. Let me ask you a question. How
Mhm.
many original C's does Rome have?
Original C's?
Yes.
Okay, don't do the whole tetrarchy thing.
Ah.
Like, I mean,
Ah.
we'll just pull out Council of
Well,
Nicaea,
why
Canon
You
6.
why
only
would I
have
Council of
you
make?
Nicaea,
only
Canon
have
6.
Canon 6
Simple as that.
literally refutes the papal
No, it
position,
doesn't.
but
It universalizes the model of Rome.
no,
You
okay,
can't
so
do that without recognizing that there was no other
Ro-
metropolitan before, and
one
it becomes a
second.
normative protocol,
One
dude. As
second.
simple as
One
that.
second.
Everything is modeled
So
after Rome.
you
It's
only
all
have
modeled
one
after Rome.
original C, and that's Rome. Guess how many original C's we have? 3. You're 3-1. Who's the real schismatic,
No,
bro?
no, no, no. The only
We got
original,
Antioch. We
no,
got
the only,
Jerusalem.
you see, you don't understand this.
You see?
Those were modeled all after Rome. That's what you don't get.
so
Oh, uh-huh.
so
Like, this is a
out of
genetic
Rome.
fallacy, man.
Also, if you say like another point to Rome, Constantinople, Antioch, Jerusalem, and Alexandria, are any of them majority Christian?
That isn't no. They're the they have the majority of C's. The majority of Christians.
Right, but like, wait,
I'm
no,
It's all
I
saying
know you're
arbitrary.
who
like
is more
This is
another.
all
likely to be
this.
the schismatic?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
one
yeah.
with
No,
only
No,
no,
that
one
has nothing
original
to do
C
with the
or
schism.
four?
That has nothing to do
Four
with the
original C's
definition
or
of
one?
schism.
my point is I kind of played into the arbitrary numbers game, right?
I'm
Where
just
like
saying, you want to call us the
if we're doing
schismatic when you only have one original
no,
C? Come
no,
on, dude.
if you want to play the numbers game, I can use numbers to make
I'm not
have the
playing a
church
numbers
look
game. This is
better.
not equivalent to a numbers game.